ranking the best ways to start your day from essential all the way down to waste of time. Win the morning, win the day. That is my mentality. So the first one is waking up early. This is obviously the best way to start your day, in my own opinion. There is something about waking up late, and I'm talking past like 8 a.m. that is just like disgusting to me, okay? Yes, you can sleep in, and if you need to get your 8 hours, I agree, you should probably sleep in to get those 8 hours, but go to bed earlier. There's nothing more disgusting than sleeping in while everyone else is out hustling, making money, getting in the gym. You're sat there sleeping, bro. And it is true that you still get the same 16 hours of the day, but I just think those morning hours are always gonna seem more productive simply because late at night, it's easier to just say, oh, well, I'm winding down, it's the end of the day. And one of the biggest hacks for my productivity I've found has simply just been, I wake up at the same time, regardless of how late I go to sleep. And that's because going to bed late then becomes a punishment because I've still got to wake up. So now I've got to deal with being underslept. And it's a massive motivator for me to just go to sleep on time and wake up and be productive. I'm going to put this into great start. Next, we have affirmations. This is where you try to tell yourself you're someone that you're not. You look in the mirror and you say, I am great. I am not a loser. I have a big cock. And it's just not true. Well, in my instance, but I think this is just fucking stupid. I think this is mental masturbation. I do think it is really good to think great things of yourself, but that comes as a byproduct of you doing the work. When you become the man you are supposed to be and you do all the things every day to prove to yourself that you really are who you say you are, that's when those things really start to get brought to the light. Depends how much time you're wasting, but I'm still just gonna say waste of time. Next, we've got starting the day with the gym. Now, I believe starting the day with the gym is good if you're doing like a lighter workout. However, me personally, I do really hard, heavy workouts because I'm trying to get big. I have a structured program that requires quite a lot of volume. For that case, I like to have lots of carbohydrates in my system. I like to have eaten a few meals in the day first and have fully woken up. And also it taxes my brain, my central nervous system. So if I try to be productive on the computer after a huge workout, it becomes a lot harder. So I actually do prefer afternoon workouts. Yeah, I just think you've eaten all day, you're gonna get a better workout regardless. I like to fast in the morning too, and working out fasted for me just isn't it. But I guess it is just personal preference. Some people love to get their day started with the gym. Personal preference. Stretching. I think this is amazing. Not just because you've been literally sleeping in the same position for like 8 hours, or in my instance, I'm all twisted up and like everything hurts when I get out of bed. So I think stretching is a great way to get some blood flowing through the body, get some blood to the brain as well, and to just feel more loose and mobile throughout the day. Even if you are literally just going to go sit at a desk, it makes you feel more alert. Right, I'm just gonna put it into great start. Next, we have jerking off. I mean, this is literally the worst way to start your morning. Simulated procreation. This is just so fucking sad. If you ever find yourself jerking off in the morning before you get up, you are a loser, okay? Unsubscribe to the channel. This is terrible. I mean, if you're going to goon, do it at night before you go to bed, because then it's not affecting your mindset. If you just goon the first thing when you wake up, you've told your brain you've already done the main thing we're on earth to do, which is procreate. You get a spike of prolactin and you won't feel motivated and you'll feel like a piece of shit and you'll smell like cum. Yeah. Waste of time. And you might say, oh, well, I've got a stiffy in the morning. I got high testosterone. I need to alleviate it. Have a bitch next to you, bro. Bro, that boner gives you energy. That gives you life. That is vigor. Having a boner is powerful, man. That literally sets your day on the right track. Scrolling. I'd say this is worse than fapping, honestly. Yeah, this is even more of a dopamine spike. And every single time, if you pick up that phone before you get out of bed, that's an hour gone. It's an hour gone. Like you're not gonna scroll for 5 minutes. You're gonna scroll for 30 minutes to an hour. And on a serious note as well, it's not just an hour gone, it's your whole day gone. Like I said, you win the morning, you win the day. And if you've already used all your dopamine points for scrolling, of course you're not gonna be motivated to do your work. Of course you're not gonna be motivated to go to the gym. You just used all your dopamine for scrolling. This is how it works. It robs your brain from dopamine. If you lose the morning, you lose the entire day, and most likely when you're scrolling every morning, you lose every day. And I believe this is holding literally everyone back. If you weren't forced to get up and go to work every morning, you would spend all day scrolling, and it is fucking terrible. It's a waste of time. Getting morning sunlight. I have to do this in the morning. I have to do this, not just because Andrew Huberman told me to do so, but just because it feels right. How can guys not go and like soak up the fucking sun in the morning, especially when you've gotten up early. You go out there, the sun's right on the horizon, it's in your eyes, you feel it like it's giving you energy.
Yeah.
This might just honestly be some spiritual shit, but I feel like if I get that sun in the morning, I'm motivated. I'm doing the right thing for the day. It literally gives everything life, okay? The sun is the most powerful thing in the world. And if you think the sun doesn't give you life, you're an idiot. I'll put this in essential, man. This has to go in essential. Because you're not even signaling to your brain that you've woken up if you don't go in the sun. It sets your circadian rhythm. Next, we have starting the morning off, planning your day out. I'd say planning the day out should actually just be done before you go to sleep the previous day. And that's because that's when you're the most motivated. Because I know you've done this plenty of times, and I've done this, where you've gone to sleep like, I'm gonna change my life tomorrow. I'm gonna get up early, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna change myself for the better. And it's the boy who cried wolf. I used to do this constantly before I actually started doing it consistently. And that's because you leave the planning for the next day. And when you wake up, you're not gonna be as motivated. You're gonna feel like shit because you haven't woken up yet. And you're gonna go and do all these bad things I've mentioned, like fap, scroll, and your day's gone. The planning should have been done the day before, because then you can see the plan and go, okay, this is what I need to do.
Yeah, real men of this world always have a plan. They have a plan for their whole life and every single day inside of it, right? And if I miss planning before that day, what I'll do is I'll go out in the sun and I'll think of a plan. I know what I'm gonna be doing, and I'll really rehearse it in my head, right? I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I'm gonna work on this, I'm gonna work on this specific thing. This is power, man. A plan is power. If you do not plan, you plan to fail.
And I'm gonna say, as a previous chronic procrastinator, don't try to do the Google Calendar thing where you schedule it like this time to this time. You won't stick to that. Literally just plan what you're gonna do when you finish that. If you do it right, I'm gonna say this is essential. Next is having a morning coffee. Now, Andrew Huberman told you not to have a morning coffee in the first 90 minutes. Me personally, I can't hold out longer than 30 minutes. I need that coffee before I feel human. If you aren't a caffeine addict, probably don't start, but if you're already hooked on caffeine, it's too late, brother. I think a morning coffee is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, what I'll do is I'll go in the sun, I'll plan while having a coffee. Now that is a formula for success.
For me, it's essential.
Yeah, for most people, great start, I'd say.
Starting your day off with a cheeky dart. Having a cigarette. Now, nicotine has so many performance benefits for cognitive function as well, but it is extremely addicting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a smoker, but I do take the nicotine pouches, and I've been on these for a while now. Now, I think if you do them strategically, I think they can be really beneficial.
I think honestly, the way to do it is to have positive cues with nicotine. For me, I don't have nicotine just because. Like, I don't punch a dart because I get the craving. I'll associate having a pouch with intense work. So I'll literally only have them before filming or before editing. And that's it. Otherwise, I'm not allowed a pouch. And I think that's a good, reasonable way to do it. But ideally, not at all. I can't tell anyone to do drugs. I'm gonna put it into personal preference. Next, we have meditation. Personally, I've never got into this. I know it can help some people. I'm not gonna completely disregard it. But like, how long does meditating take? By the time you've done your meditating, you could have been out in the sun, made your plan, stretched, and started working.
Yeah, it's true, man. And this is exactly the thought process that's going through my head when I've tried meditation. And I'm like 10 minutes into it, I'm like, brother, could have done some work by now. But I know a lot of people swear by it and they say it only takes 5 minutes. I do agree, I just really haven't gotten into it. So I'd say it's probably good to do though, because a lot of dudes really do say that it helps.
If you do it in the sun. Fasting. This is what I do now. Either that, or if I'm really hungry in the morning, I won't have carbohydrates. I'll eat something like eggs or red meat. And that's simply because when you have carbohydrates and it's not used for training, it will give you brain fog and you will feel mentally retarded.
A cop? Bro, I didn't even know they had cops in Bali. Are they after me?
Yeah, your body is going to use energy to digest food, right? And it's very hard to stay focused on one task when your body is using the energy and the focus to digest. And once you're really conscious of this, you'll understand what I'm talking about. I think if you can fast for as long as possible, not only is your physique obviously going to look better, your brain is going to work way better. Yeah, I drag this out for literally as long as I possibly can when I'm on a cut, up until usually when I go to work out, and then I'll have some carbohydrates. If you are bulking and you really find it hard to squeeze in food, do not fast. Eat for as long of a window as you can. Also, if you're training in the morning, some people like to do it fasted, but you'll feel stronger if you eat. I'm gonna put this into a great start. Brushing your teeth. I had to include this because I know you motherfuckers aren't brushing your teeth in the morning because your breath stinks, man.
Yeah, you gotta brush your teeth pretty thoroughly in the morning. I mean, just because your breath will smell good and you've just been sitting in your own like bacteria and shit. I don't know, I'm not a dentist, but I think it's very good to do.
Yeah, and I also think it gives you something about having a minty taste in my mouth and smelling good. That's why I literally just do one spray of cologne in the morning, even if I'm not going anywhere. Because when you smell good, look good, and you taste good,
What?
you get what I fucking mean. You feel good. I'm gonna put this into essential. You should just be brushing your teeth, bro.
Next, we have ice baths. So this is what everyone does when they actually have no work to do. When guys go in ice baths in the morning, it's because they want to feel like they're doing something productive. I tried ice baths for a while and I just came to the conclusion that they're just like a bit of a waste of time for me personally. You're getting in something cold. Yeah, obviously you are going to feel alert. You've just been in something cold.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great spike of epinephrine, and yeah, that can wake you up. But yeah, I think it's just like the time to do it, because you got to either put the ice in the water if you're doing it manually, or if you actually have an ice bath, you got to turn it on, and then you got to get in it, and then you got to dry off. And I'd rather just be sitting out in the sun. I'm already awake after that. Personal preference. Finally, making your bed. This is what every guru tells you that you have to do every morning if you want to be a successful six-figure entrepreneur.
Yeah, I think it's good to maybe just neaten it up a little bit, just fold the sheet over. But like those guys who like go along the seams and do all that shit, gay as fuck. Just get out of bed and work, brother. Get out of bed, go in the sun, work.
I mean, and if you're sleeping with a girl, you should be out of bed before her, and then she can make it.
We got personal preference, but for me,
no, it's good. It's good to do.
Oh yeah, for those guys who have like messy rooms, you're not even at that stage where you can't even keep your room clean. Yeah, maybe this is a great start. That is it, guys. Win the morning, win the day. I am so adamant on this. Find a routine that works for yourself. We talk about all this kind of stuff inside the Skool group, like all these little things. We go way more in depth inside the Skool group. It's the complete A to Z system to transform your physique and honestly your whole life. Guys are making transformations in there all the time.
And it's not just the fitness programs. Like, it's not just a PDF program. That's because we talk about stuff that's more than just like the surface level workouts to do to stick to the gym, because that's not the problem people have. You can go to ChatGPT and ask for a workout program, but it's shit like this, like actually what to do step by step in your day to shift your entire mentality, be in a better state to stay consistent and live a healthy lifestyle that's actually going to make the impact in your life. Because a PDF will not make the impact. Lifestyle shifts is what's actually going to get you the end result.
That's that first link in the description. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.